Hey, if you're over 35 and struggle with knee pain, this Primal move may be your answer. It's called the duck walk, and it's used by high-level wrestlers, sports players, and even military in their fitness tests to bulletproof their knees. And yeah, it looks funny, but here's why you should take it seriously. See, the old way of joint health was isolation, protection, separate exercises for each muscle, avoiding risky movements like deep squats. Well, the new way is training your body as it naturally functions in connected chains. See, according to several systematic reviews, one of the best ways to reduce knee pain is, of course, by strengthening the muscles around the knee. What many may not know is that strengthening the hip and knee together has been shown to help reduce knee pain more effectively than just focusing on the knee alone. The key to bulletproofing your knees is strengthening the whole connected chain and building functional movements you use every day. And this duck walk checks all the boxes here. You're building functional strength and mobility at the knee, ankle, and hip joints all at the same time with one exercise. And best part is you can easily scale it to all levels, which I'll show you in just a second. So no matter your age or fitness level, you can do this to bulletproof your knees. First, you're gonna learn the technique and common mistakes for the duck walk to avoid injury and perform at best. And then you're gonna learn beginner to advanced progressions for the duck walk. And if you like exercise like this and you wanna support the channel here, you can get the full Primal Fitness program below in the link in the description. Over 50,000 people from all over the world have gone through this course, transforming their bodies. So you can pick that up anytime during this video down below. All right, let's get into it. Okay, let me show you what the duck walk is gonna look like. So we start in the low position, take a step forward, and the whole time you're staying low, bring the foot up. And ideally, you want to be able to step back in this duck walk as well. So the first mistake is that people will try to get too wide of a position. They get into this position and try to duck walk like this. I mean, you can do that. It's just, you're gonna be working different things. What I want you to focus on for this duck walk is to bring the legs closer in, and we're gonna be focusing on the lunge here. So instead of going wide and waddling side to side, I want you to do a lunge position where we're here and we're stepping forward like this in this straight position, because this flexibility is going to cross over into a lot of the other moves we're learning. The second mistake is with the knees. So in this position, a lot of people will either collapse the knees in or bring them out, especially with this front leg. When we shift weight, we want it to be stacked over the toes. So that way we don't injure any of this. If we start to press the leg out, we're putting a lot of strain in the knee. It's also taking away from this move, because the whole point of this is to build this flexibility in the ankle and the hips in a straight movement so it crosses over into our other athletic movements. Then the third mistake is with the back. So when we're doing the duck walk, we don't want to round like this. Again, this is what happens when we don't have the flexibility to get deep enough with our back straight, like this, in this position. So people will compensate by rounding the back so they can get and walk easier. That's going to take away from the flexibility we're trying to build, and it's bad posture as we go into other moves. Okay, now the fun part, we're going to learn the progressions to build into this duck walk. So the first one is the heel to toe walking. So let me show you what it is. So this is what it's going to look like. Heel to toe, lifting up on the toe, like this, nice and controlled. Good balance, forward and back. This is the first progression, so that way we can really build this ankle and this beginner knee strength. So let me break it down for you. And the cool thing about this heel to toe action, so this heel here and then forward, this also goes into a lot of other things. So whether that's, the moonwalk and stuff like that, it's also gonna build some really impressive ankle strength. So if you can go here, you could even do this kind of stuff all on the toe. You have this really good balance. You can do sissy squats way easier. A lot of good things can come from this heel to toe movement, and it's a lot of fun. So with the heel to toe, we're going to start by simply balancing on one leg, extending the front leg, so the heel, And at the beginning, you can just go land with the heel, soft, switch, where this back leg comes up on the toe, and then we switch, and then go back the same way. So as we come back, heel, the toes come up on this front leg, heel drops down. Same thing, controlled movement here. Now, the next level for that is as we reach forward with the heel, as we step down, the toe or the back leg, the heel is going to come up like this. So now it's raising up. The next level of that is really engaging the ball of the foot. So we're lifting up before we even place this heel down like this, and then we slowly lower it. And here, you could have a lot of fun with this, just moving this leg around on the ball of the foot. So you know that you have really good balance, really good strength in the ankle. If you can do this, then you're going to be really comfortable as we go further into the duck walk. You really need to master the ankles like this first before you start putting a lot of weight and having to balance, where you could risk injury if you don't have the strength in the ankle or the balance. You can really risk a lot of injuries in the knee. Okay, next we're going to do the partial duck walk. So same thing with the heel to toe movement, but now we're squatting a little bit. So it'll look like this. Now this one's really cool because I learned this kind of movement from our good buddy Chase Rivera. He was a Force Recon Marine, and this type of movement is good for operators with guns, so you can stay level, pull your gun up, have good aim, good control, good balance. It's also really good if you're a camera operator. We learned this when we're filming, so you can maintain a level position as you're filming, keep it smoother. And with each of these steps, we're keeping it close. You could play around with a little bit further steps, but to keep it nice and safe, we can just keep it with small steps so it's a little bit easier. Okay, once we have that, we're gonna go into the duck walk lunge. This is where we're going to add a squat into this. Let me show you what it looks like. So we start standing up, but as we come down, so we put this front leg down, we're going to go down into the squat, push forward so that the heel, let me show you, the heel comes off the ground, and then we raise up and come up and then go into the next step. Same thing, reach forward, step up. Now, the reason we do this is because when we transfer low, this is one of the hardest parts. So staying low and transferring in this position as the foot comes forward. So we're going to take that out by using the squat. So instead of transferring here, we're going to lift up and take a step, push forward, lift up. And so we can combine that partial duck walk with this lunge so that when we go here, we can work on this deep position, come back up to the partial, deep position, come up to the partial. Same thing, deep, partial, deep, partial. So that we can start building the strength, the mobility for this movement without having to get super low through the whole thing. Okay, next is the assisted. So that's where we're gonna bring in our stools again. Same thing, but we're gonna stay low the whole time, and that's why I want you to use this. So you don't even have to think about, messing up or hurting your knees or anything. So same position. So we start further back, reach forward, and we really wanna focus on that transition. So transitioning here into the next step, because that's the hardest position, stepping forward and back. So let me show you from a side angle. I'll move this other stool for now. So we work on this transfer. So we here, step forward, leg comes up. And again, when we transfer like this, we want to try to keep the leg straight here. We don't want to have it come to the outside like this, wrap around. A little bit's okay, but we want to try to keep it straight. So pulling the leg up and under and down like this. If we have to go outside, so for example, we have to reach outside like this, then make sure that all the weight's in this front leg, so that way you don't injure your knee or anything like that. But ideally, bring it in, pull the foot under, and we're like this. Then once you have that assisted one, then it's going into the full thing. So just like we've been practicing on, but now no assistance. If you need something, you could go against the wall just in case. But now it's the same thing we've been working on. So reach forward, we go into that lunge, toe lunge, transfer here into this toe sit, And then we're back into this lunge for the other position and reach forward. And then do the same thing backwards. Then if you want to make it even harder, let's take it up a notch. We'll do the advanced level. Advanced level is to do everything the exact same, but now we're going to reach even further. So start off in this position, reach as far as we can to sit, transfer into the lunge like this, transfer into the lunge, and then try to bring that leg under like this, and then reach forward like this. If we can, try to go back as well. So we go back into that sit position, pull back, and try to reach that lunge all the way back, and then back into that toe sit and pull back. So again, that's how we would make it more advanced, really extending it even further. All right, so that's the duck walk. Master these steps and your knees, hips, and ankles will be much stronger than ever, and you'll have the mobility and strength to go into more fun advanced moves. All right, if you like these unique bodyweight moves and you want a full system to build strength, mobility, and pain-free movement in just 30 minutes a day, then check out our full Primal Fitness program in the description. You get full progressions of exercise just like this, and we have men and women of all ages and fitness levels mastering pull-ups, push-ups, and transforming their bodies. So thanks again for watching. Keep moving, and I'll see you in the next video.